just seen what looks like a decent sized pike come through this margin just here. Predictions for tonight are going to be either a blank or a possible big one. There's quite a bit of weed coming through at the moment. Ow, you did a piece to camera for 15 minutes and forgot to press record on the camera. Someone's walking past me now with the dog, looking at me like I'm a lunatic because I'm talking to myself. We filming a fishing video for YouTube. She looked very happy. A bloke has just gone past here with a phone in his hand. I was watching your pike fishing video the other day. I went, was you? He says, yeah. He says, I'm trying to find the peg you're fishing. I says, it's this one. Oh, what a noddy. So we are back on the banks. We are back on the rivers. I've not long been on the drains. I had a fairly quiet session. We've still got fairly nice water quality at the moment for these next couple of weeks. And the plan is try and catch a few big pike and then get the middle rod on the deck with the underwater camera and try and get a bite again. We only had one fish on the camera last time, so it'd be nice to get a couple of fish. So it's 7:30 in the morning. I've just got here, a couple of people fishing. It's not too busy. The river hasn't been hammered these past couple of weeks, so we're going to give it a go, see if we can get some big fish. Right, so we are all ready to rock and roll. Go for the right hand rod first. I'm going to try and get an early morning bite. Last time I was on here, I think it was 8 o'clock till 10, we was getting the action, and then it literally died off. But it's a river, it can be unpredictable. You never really know when you're going to get a bite. So we'll get this on the edge of that Canadian pondweed, just there. And there's quite a few small fish. I've just seen them all move on the surface, so that will encourage a few fish to be in the area. But most of the time on this river, it's ran with small fish. Some nice tension here and all. When I was doing underwater filming, I did see them, so that will be a session to do in the future, I think. This is going to go two ways. Last time I did this, got the camera set up perfect. Everything was spot on. Put the dead bait out, got it just near the camera. I thought I'll bring it back a little bit. Caught the camera, everything went a bit skew whiff. And then it was back to square one. Right, can we get this on the first try? I've never done it before, but can we get a bit of luck today? Right. We'll leave it there. That's just at the back of a bit of Canadian. Last season I was on here, did a bit of filming, the clarity wasn't the best, seen a big pike come through the swim. It saw the bait, and I noticed the pike because it had a scar near the back of its tail. And it came through the swim, and it circled it about 3 or 4 times, then went off. Didn't see the pike again for about 5 hours, then it came back in, and this is what pike always do, especially the big ones. When they've seen that dead bait, they ain't going nowhere. They'll probably stay in a 200-300 yard stretch. They know where the bait is, and they know it's going to be there when they come back. And that's normally because people have been pre-baiting as well. And when I mean pre-bait, I mean chucking the dead baits in after a session. That's why evening times are always good, because everyone's gone home, they've got the dead baits just like I would, chuck them in the margins, they go home, don't think anything of it, and a big pike's come in and took it. And it's spent all day having a little look, swam around, and then come back. And it's always been my theory as well, going into darkness is always a good time for catching them, because everyone's gone home. And if you put the extra hours in doing a night session, I've found that I've had just as many pike at night, big uns, than I have in the daytimes or the first thing in the morning. So, well, we're coming up to around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Past few hours has been very quiet. We have had quite a few problems with this duckweed and debris. They've running this river off, I think, since probably an hour after I turned up, and it is just absolutely hammering through the swim, because you can see there's huge pockets of weed everywhere, stuck to all the Canadian that's in the upper layers of the water. and it's making life very difficult. So what I've done with all of the rods, I've put bat leads on them to avoid any debris connecting to the line. It will dampen the indication a little bit, but it's the only way I can get round it at the moment, if I'm honest. Bite time on here has been morning time on majority of the sessions. The afternoon time's gone really quiet, but I've had days on here where I've caught 12, 1 o'clock, I've had like 5 or 6 fish within the space of 2 hours. This time of the year anyway. So yes, I'm going to keep the camera where it is. If nothing's showing at the moment, I can't see the point in moving it. Then maybe later, if I get the opportunity to actually do it, I might chuck it in and maybe try and get a better view, or we'll just go from there. Well, the witching hour is here. Look at this lot. There is millions of fry, perch all along the surface amongst this weed. It looks absolutely spot on. I've just recast all the rods. Did a piece to camera for 15 minutes and forgot to press record on the camera. So, bit of a noddy move. Someone's walking past me now with the dog, looking at me like I'm a lunatic because I'm talking to myself. You're right. You're right, I'm filming a fishing video for YouTube. She looked very happy. But anyway, we're settled now. I'm sorted. Predictions for tonight are going to be either a blank or a possible big one. I think it's either going to be one or the other. I really do. There is millions and millions of fish in front of this camera at the moment. Every second there's bream, there's skimmers, there's roach, tiny little perch, just loads of them covering the screen. And you can see them all on the surface if the camera can reach that far to the left. There's loads of them, so it's all looking good, all looking good. Just need a nice, decent size mid-20 now, or stroke 30 from here. Conditions aren't bad, low pressure. It's just the fish not being in the area, that's the only thing. So hopefully tonight, we'll get some action. Well, good morning. Oh, what a night. Very cold, dropped down to about 3 degrees. The old woolly hat and coats come out now. I think it might be like this for the coming months. It's about 7:15. And yeah, it's the Bivvy's absolutely drenched at the moment. Very foggy morning. It's a beautiful day on the river though. Well, beautiful morning on the river. Very clear skies last night. I think that's why it got so cold. Beautiful evening though, but no fish. They kept the underwater cameras on for, I think, till about 10 o'clock at night. And there was nothing, even the small fish had moved out, but there's always small fish knocking around this area, so I'm expecting to see some later on. But my 48-hour session on here, from past experience, I think I'm going to cut it down to a 24. I'm going to stay till 10 o'clock. Then I'm going to move to another venue. Well, we've come to the end of the session. It's been a bit of a tough one, if I'm honest. I thought we might have had a couple of fish, but looking at the underwater footage, I think I saw one pike yesterday and a little small one this morning coming through where all the bait fish are. But other than that, I've seen absolutely nothing. So there's definitely not many pike in this section at the moment. They're located elsewhere. Now, normally I would do 48 hours, but as you can see, the conditions are not the best. It's clear skies, very bright. It's going to be a mild day today. The worst conditions for catching them, so I'm going to cut my losses and possibly head to another venue and have a look. You might see me in my next video either fishing for zander, targeting pike on a different section of drain, or I might be on a gravel pit targeting them up to mid-20s. I'm going to have a look. I'm going to see what's being caught, see what the weather's going to be like as well, and then we'll go from there. But it's been all right. I've had some nice footage of the fish. I could not believe how many small fish were in the margins this morning. Absolutely thousands and thousands of roach, small perch, and I did see a few nice tench as well. So it'll definitely spur me on to come back here and probably try a bit of float fishing on here as well, I think. But for now, I'm going to end the session. So I just want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.